Alright, so I got locking tabs for the turbo. They came in like 2 days, so that's really good. And I ran back to Home Depot and they actually had the bolts and nuts that I needed this time. So I think today we're just going to run around the motor and get everything on permanently, I hope. And I think that's it. Oh, also about the wastegate. So thanks to Swamp Customs for letting me know that I should weld this closed, not open. The reason why I was going to weld it open is I think that's like how they had it welded before. See, they welded theirs on the outside. Oh, sorry, I wasn't even on. They welded theirs on the outside. They didn't weld it on the inside. So yeah, this one was welded once before, but I'm not actually going to weld it anymore because a viewer named Samuel Ross hit me with some knowledge about the wastegates and how they work and how I should definitely stick with the stock one if I can. And so the reason why I wasn't going to is because my buddy sold me this turbo and it was welded shut. He bought it for his Honda, but it wouldn't fit because it has a different like size, something, I don't know, or the part where it goes up to the manifold was different. So I bought it off my buddy and they had it welded shut. Not my friend, but the guy that he bought it from had it welded shut, and it came with an external wastegate. However, you need headers that accept an external wastegate, and these ones do not, obviously. And I'm not really looking to fabricate anything right now. I mainly just want to get it going, and then when it comes time to upgrade, then I'll do like a top mount turbo with an external wastegate, all that stuff. But for right now, I'm going to stick with the stock wastegate. However, I have to find it, and it's in one of those buckets or somewhere over there. So I don't think it got sold with my old turbo. I'm pretty sure I took it off and saved it, but I don't know for sure. So I'm gonna have to look and see. All right, if you guys need turbo locking tabs, I think I got this from it's West Covina Nissan. I think it's like Nissan or NismoMotors.com or something like that. If you Google it, I'm sure it will come up. But they had the cheapest locking tabs available. They were, I think, $7 for both, and then the shipping was only like $5 or something like that, or maybe it was like $7. I don't know, but it was, I think it was $6. So I think it came out to like $13. But FR Sports and Juku both want $5 a piece, plus like $20 shipping. Ridiculous. So this place definitely has the best prices. So I'm gonna go put those on and then we'll be back. Okay, so turbo is on with the gasket, with the locking tabs, all tightened down as tight as I can get it. Inlet outlets are all on, or at least the banjo like adapter is on, and tightened down all the way with the washers in there. And then the return line is gonna wait to be put on until I get the right bolts, because I didn't know that these were, I just assumed that they're gonna be the same bolts that this one uses, but that's what I get for assuming. So I gotta get some bigger bolts for that. I might have some laying around the garage. I will search and see, but for right now that's gonna be waiting. So I'm gonna set that aside. My buddy did give me this, so it's a wastegate, an internal wastegate. The only issue is, so if you see, the 241 has a bracket that this will go onto, and so I still don't have the bracket, so I'd have to fabricate a bracket. I don't know what that hole is doing there, but it still works fine. So but I'm gonna need a bracket to hold this in place. I've been out in the garage for so long, I missed Formula D qualifiers, so that sucks. But here it is. I got it on with the gasket. I don't know why my phone looks like this. It's all bright, but anyways, so I got it on with the gasket and the gasket spray. Got all the bolts tightened down. Got the turbo on down here. The only issue that I'm running into is with the wastegate, I think this piece has to be rotated up more, like as much this as it can, being this way, which may have been how I had it before, but I loosened it and I rotated it around to make it to where I can get the oil feed on better. So now I got to loosen up these bolts with it on the motor and rotate this up and then tighten them back down. So that is what I'm going to be working on, and it's going to be a pain in the ass. Can't wait. But then after that, just got to bolt it, the lines back up to the block, tighten those down. I plugged up, where is that guy? I plugged up that hole with some gasket sealer, and then I'm thinking about JB welding my old water neck for now, until I can get in contact with the guy that's supposed to be sending me one. So, and then I'll get that guy on, and then it's just over to the intake side, which is just got to find a hose that will work for that. Try to find the one that I had before because it was perfect, or I may have to go buy one, but got to do that. Put the gasket on with some spray, and then tighten all these nuts down, and then look for the O-rings so I can put the valve cover on for good. And then that's, I think that, because I blocked off these the intake lines right here, blocked off all of those, so that's good. Can't remember if I was supposed to block these ones off still or not. I have to try to remember. And then that's that. Then I just have to finish welding up this guy. Gotta weld the support beams into him. That way I know for sure it won't drop the engine again. And then once I weld those up, put this guy back together, take the engine off of its stand and put on the flywheel, and then like we're ready to put it in, I think, after I clip on the harness. So anyways, back to work. Alright, so it was a real pain in the ass, but I got the turbo rotated a little bit counterclockwise, so this is pointing up a little bit more. I saw some SR20s and that's how it was. It wasn't perfectly like straight, it was angled up, so that's why I did that. But I also did it because where the wastegate opens up right here, or the flap, I don't know if that's actually the wastegate or if the other thing is, I don't know. But anyways, where this opens up, I wanted to get it as aligned with these two bolts so I can make a bracket for that wastegate that my buddy gave me. So that's another reason why I turned it. And then it took me about 1 minute of searching and I found the actual stock one that's meant for the SR20. So it just bolts in right there, hooks on right there with like a little cotter pin, and we're done. So yeah, I wish I didn't rotate it because I really didn't have to, and it was a real pain in the ass. And somehow this stud got stripped in the middle of it, so now I gotta take that guy out and put a new one in without disturbing it because the gasket's already on there. So that sucks, but I think I could do it relatively easy. I'm just gonna put a bolt on there and shoot a little weld and undo it, and then take one of those off and throw it in there. So I know I should be replacing this hardware, but honestly this whole setup is only temporary. I just want to get it in the car so I could start driving the car and tuning the rest of it, because this car still needs suspension mods done. It still needs a lot of body work done, paint, all that stuff. So I just want it running so I can do all that stuff. And then once that car is in a good running driftable state, that's when we're going to start and really trill it out. So we'll be doing the top mount intercooler, like I said, with the big boost. We're going to be tubbing the engine bay and all that stuff, but that's later on after the car's actually running and drifting. So for right now, this is all just really temporary stuff just to get the car running. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up for today. I know basically I was just kind of tightening up what we started in the last video, but this manifold is now on with a gasket with all the bolts. I did get that bolt taken off, or that stud taken off, and replaced it, so it's all tightened down all the way through. So this is on for good. The turbo is on and the wastegate is on. I was able to find that and get that on. I do have a question for you guys. Where does this vacuum line run to? Because I don't have a spot on the turbo anywhere. So, and I know I could run it to like the throttle body or something, I don't know, the intake manifold or intercooler piping or something. So if somebody can show me where to run that to, that'd be great. because I am still very new to this and don't understand how it works. But this is on. I don't have the little cotter pin for it, but I will get one. And then what else did we do? I think that's it. And then everything else is just like bolted up to the engine. That bolt is blocked off. Ran up here. I did not JB weld the water neck today because I lost the broken piece to it. But if I find that, then I'm going to JB weld that just for now, so we could get it on. That's what she said. And then on this side, we have not made a lot of progress. I just need to get that pipe and then it's done anyways. So it's almost done, but we're right where we left off basically. I was also messing around while I wasn't recording, so I got this. I'm trying to figure out like how I'm gonna put that over here. So if somebody can also show me how to do that, cool. And then I was kind of test fitting the intercooler piping. I don't think everything I need is there. I'm definitely missing some pieces, so I gotta figure that out too. But I will do some research when I'm not recording to figure that out. Probably not tomorrow, but the next day I'll finish welding that up so we could take this off the stand and get it to where I could put the flywheel and the clutch and the transmission on. And then once that goes on, I will call my buddies over and we're gonna have a fun-filled day of throwing everything into the car. But I'll get as many of my friends that are not working to come over, and we will get that all put in a special like hour-long Il to Trill extravaganza. So anyways, that is it for today. I'm a disgusting mess and I really need to go to sleep. So thank you guys so much for watching. On the last video it did pretty good with likes and views. Like, you guys are actually appreciating it. I know this one doesn't seem like I did nearly as much as I did in that one because I was just tightening up basically what I did in that one. But I did have a lot of like trials and tribulations during this video where I had to redo the turbo itself like 16 times. I had to like re-clock it, is that what they call it? Anyways, I had to redo it to get stuff to fit and tighten stuff down. It was a pain in my neck. So anyways, if you guys can please leave a like, show me your support, I would really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.